All right, welcome back. Another evening sit here tonight. It is Wednesday, the 29th, a few days after Christmas here. Off this week, decided to sneak up for another evening hunt. Got a little bit of a surprise yesterday. We had some weather roll through, dumped some rain on us at home that turned into snow. We had 4 or 5 inches of snow up here. It is warmed up a little bit today, so a lot of the snow's melted off, but there's still enough where you can see up the hills and through the thicket, which is great. You can see a lot farther. I can also see a lot of tracks. There's been a bunch of activity down right in front of me here coming through the thicket. I crossed 3 or 4 different sets of tracks on the lane to the north of me here as I walked in, and then the trail behind me in the woods has got some tracks on it as well. So the snow was falling at 2 or 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, so these are all within the last 24 hours. There's been a decent amount of activity here, so fingers crossed for a good night. I'm set up in actually one of my favorite stands. Talked about it in some of my preseason videos as well. It's right on this ridge on the edge of the thicket here, right on top of the marsh. Comes to a nice little pinch point through this woods here into the thicket, situated kind of in between both food plots as well. With the lack of food in my plots this year, it definitely hurt the productivity of this stand. Although Dad has sat it a few different times, this is where he shot his doe from the night I had the boys up here. So one of my favorite stands is actually only the first time I've sat in it all year. So glad I finally get to sneak in here before the season's over. That took a while. That little half rack better smarten up. That's about the third or fourth time he could have been shot this year. I think I just gave him an education. That buck and that doe came down through this thicket here. 20-30 minutes took them to work in here. Worked on this trail right behind me. Gave me just an absolute perfect shot. I'll have to check where entry was. I was trying to just hit her in the high shoulder and see if I could just knock her straight down, but she's down 50-60 yards away, so we got her. There's the stand I was in. She was standing right here. Look at that blood trail. Right under one of my mock scrapes. Right behind the dogs. It's out, boys. Miss you guys. Thanks for the good luck tonight. Perfect exit. Let's hope I didn't ruin the heart. Oh, stop. Oh, geez. All right, well, that turned into a pretty successful night. Actually had quite a few deer walking around all night. Had the little buck and that fawn came through earlier in the night. They came out in front. I'd been on the phone with my dad a couple times. He was in the shack again tonight, and he'd seen 8 or 10 different deer. He even made the comment, if somebody doesn't shoot one in the next half hour, I'll be surprised. And about 20 minutes later, I ended up taking that shot. So that little half rack got another education. That's the second deer we've shot right off of him. So we'll see if he's any smarter next year. But feels good to be done. Finally, this was a long grind of a season. A lot harder, had to work a lot harder than I normally do. So it was good. I enjoyed it. Had some ups and downs, had a little bit of negativity in the middle of the season, but finished on a strong note, so I'm happy. So that ends my 2021 whitetail season. We'll get into some off-season stuff here. I'll try to bring you whatever I can footage-wise, getting some things taken care of in the off-season, getting our feeder put out, getting some salt blocks out. I'm gonna do some maintenance on some of the stands, things that I've taken notice of or taken notes on throughout the season, of trimming lanes and that sort of thing to get them ready for next year, get a head start. I might try to do some small game hunting. We still have squirrel season in for about the next month or so. So I may try to get out and see if we can shoot a couple squirrels. I'll see what kind of video footage I can get with that. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do, but we'll see. Otherwise, we'll catch you for some late season or post-season work. And then come spring, it'll be time to hunt turkeys. As always, thanks for watching.